More than 20,000 square kilometers burned. Dozens killed, and a death toll likely to go up sharply. Some of the worst air quality in the world. This is the devastation of dozens of wildfires on the West Coast, from California to Washington State. The same smoke that has choked residents is perversely now helping firefighters.
Fire's still burning. We do have a spot across the road, which is not what we wanted. But our saving grace right now is we do have this smoke layer above us right now, which is keeping the fire activity down.
But so much damage has already been done. Tens of thousands have evacuated. These people are sleeping in trailers or tents in an Oregon parking lot. Many don't know if their houses are still standing.
We saw a bird that was flying, and then all of a sudden it just completely dropped out of the sky. And I told her, I said, if it's killing God's creatures, I don't want to die too, so we left. So it is what it's going to be, and I am just thankful that we're alive, we're together.
Authorities say their response has been hampered by false claims online that extremists were setting fires. These men live just a few kilometers from the fire line, but they're patrolling their property for fear of looting.
Well, I hear nothing but looters and arsons on the radio. I drove around and kind of did my own observation, and I didn't feel in fear of my house catching on fire, so I decided to hang around and protect it.
Some of the worst blazes are still burning. For West Coast residents, this nightmare is far from over.
And for more, we're joined now from Portland, Oregon by journalist Justin Yao. Hello to you, Justin. Now, we hear that you've been close to some of the bigger fires in and around Portland. Give us a sense of what's going on there.
Yes, thank you for having me. So in the past few days, I was within 1 mile of some of the raging fires that are going on in Oregon, and it is truly a hellscape. And it's really devastated a lot of agricultural communities. And what I witnessed there was empty ghost towns with ash all over the ground and people hurrying and packing their things, all their belongings being carried to their cars to flee the affected area, and it's truly a sight to behold.
Well, also hundreds of thousands of people have been forced to flee their homes, and many of them have no idea if or when they'll be able to return. How are those people managing?
Yes, over 500,000 Oregonians have been displaced by this fire that has brought wreckage to 950,000 acres now across the state, and a lot of them have been forced to evacuate to nearby refugee shelters or evacuation shelters provided by communities adjacent to the affected areas. And these camps are largely quite spread out, and measures have been taken, of course, to accommodate the ongoing COVID epidemic as well.
We got this money.
Yeah, so more than one disaster facing these people, as you mentioned, the fires and the pandemic, but there does seem to be at least a little bit of hope. Apparently the weather could soon be turning. Are firefighters hopeful that things could improve?
Yes, so the freak wind conditions that brought about the beginning of the fire has now have subsided, and there is forecasted rain for Monday night, but that is ultimately still 48 hours away, and the fire is still rapidly expanding, but there is hope on the horizon for firefighters that the weather may change.
All right, and we also are hoping that the weather will improve, and there is hope that those fires will be brought under control. Justin Yao, journalist in Portland, Oregon, many thanks for your reporting, and we hope you also stay safe.
Thank you, Mariana.